What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ted Blends, and I'm back. And in this one, we're gonna give my client a high taper fade. So you already know we starting off with the one guard at the guideline, and we flicking up, getting that crispy line out. And we're gonna make room for this high taper. We're gonna go up high on it because it is a high taper. Let's get it. So I'm making sure I'm steadily combing the hair to lay the hair down when I'm going in with my guards. And right now I'm just flicking out with the one guard and getting everything nice and crispy before I start this. So with the half guard, I'm playing with the bottom of the fade, and I'm just getting that line out, as you can tell. And I'm just flicking back and forth, but I'll adjust the lever as I go. Now in all my previous videos, it's the exact same steps. I go with the one guard open, then the half guard, and then if it's bulky at the top like this, I'll go two guard to blend it in to the bulk of the hair. But right now, I'm at the part where I'm blending the bottom of the fade. And then I'm gonna go on my thinning shears and clean all this up and make it flow just right. So you see I'm going in with the half guard lever closed to blend out that bottom line. So now with the thinning shears, I'm going up with the comb and I'm just flicking up. See how I'm doing it nice and easy? It's gonna make the bulk of the hair flow into the top and not make it just seem like it has a line straight across. And this client requested that he doesn't have C-cups, he just wanted vertical bars. So I'm gonna give him just what he wants because the client is the person that's in charge when he's in the chair. So in my magic clips, I'm just hitting the bottom of the fade and I'm just making sure it's all nice and clean and no loose hairs is straggling. And I'm using my magic clips to do this. No, I'm using no guard, but I'm being careful when I do this. I'm trying to shape it and I'm trying to make sure the shape of the side of the hair is just all nice and it flows, you know, it's shaped up nice and good. I would say this video is more advanced, but if you're having trouble with following the steps, I would go to my last few videos. Now, on this side of the hair, just like I did on the other side, I'm just debulking. I'm going with the half guard, and I'm just debulking that side before I get to fading and putting in my guideline. I'm even recording this video and cutting while I could test it. See, we got the YNs in the back, but that don't stop me. Now I'm going in with my trimmers and I'm making sure that I set that bald line in. I use the pissed off barber clippers for my liners with the Psycho blade. These mugs just hit nice and crisp, but now I'm going in with my clips and I'm going in with the one guard to make sure everything is nice and smooth. And you see how I'm combing while I'm going with the fade? That's crucial. You make sure you do that so you don't have nobody out here looking chopped. Now I'm using my two guard to go at the top of the hair and get some of that bulk off. And I'm just flicking out. It's gonna make sure everything flows up nice and neat. This should be like clockwork now. Seeing all my old videos, but I'm going in with my half guard and I'm just getting that midline out. But I'm not scared to go up high with this because this is a high taper, so I'll make sure like I'm using my full blade with this one and I'm not shying away from it. Just like I did on the other side, I'm going in with my 0.5 guard, my half guard at the bottom of the fade, and I'm just flicking out to make sure everything nice and steady. And you see my client over here even smiling and giggling because he knows it's gonna come out crispy, you know what I'm saying? Like I said on the other side, you could just adjust the lever as you go to get that line out. small little details is crucial when you're trying to get the crispiest blend possible. And then now I'm gonna go in with my thinnest shears just like I did on the other side. And I'm just flicking up, going into the flow of the hair. It's gonna make everything blend nice and smooth. They call me Till Blends for a reason. So since like my magic clips such some strong hitters and they some powerful clippers, I use them for most of the time setting in guidelines and debulking and stuff. But right now I'm using it to shape up the side of the hair and shape up this high taper to make sure it just has some nice, details and shape. But I'm just playing with the bottom of the fade right now, just detail work, small things like that matters in the cut. And I know y'all probably hear it a lot from other barbers, but like if it's a first time client, his first time coming to you, you make sure you do the best job possible, because your first impression is everything, bro. Like when you set your first impression and it's good and they see the cut is solid, they gonna keep going back. So the small little details matter, just like going in with your second pair of clippers and going out at the bottom of the line and just detailing. That stuff matters. But yeah, right here I'm going in with my one guard closed and I'm just flicking out and I'm just getting that line to blend in nice and smooth at the top. Now I'm going in with my half guard at the bottom of the fade and I'm just putting everything together. It's really about layers when you're cutting hair. Just think about it like that. It's really just way simpler, bro, if you think about it in layers. Cutting hair is not hard at all. You just gotta get your rhythm and know your pattern. So on to the back of the head, I'm making sure I'm combing everything out and I'm starting fresh when I comb out. See, he got BBs, but that's no problem for me. It's not in the way of me, bro. It's not in the way of me finna do God's work to this man's head and his taper. So right now I'm going in with the one guard open, and I'm just flicking out at that bottom line. So now I'm going into the bulk of the hair and I'm going with the 2-guard lever open. And you see I'm going up higher and I'm just blending it in, making sure it all flows together nice and neat. So now you should already know what I'm doing next. You see how that bottom line is coming out quite easily. I'm just going in with the half guard at the bottom of the fade and I'm just getting that line out. It's quite simple and easy, really. You see what I did to both sides of the head. Now it's time to do it to the back. Sometimes I feel like I don't need the 1.5 when I'm blending, but you most definitely do need it. It just depends on the way you use it and your process, your individual process of cutting hair. But I'm going in with my 1.5. Now I'm going in with no guard and lever open, and I'm just getting the bottom of that fade nice and tidy, nice and neat. Now you see it's all coming together. It's looking nice. It's looking crispy. I can't stress enough how much the thinner shears will make a difference when you really start to get in your bag and really start using them. But the thinner shears really is like a must-have when you starting off barbering. But it's blending everything together. Like whether you can tell or not, like the final result, you can tell that like it's going into the head nice and neat. It's fading into the bulk of the hair nice and neat. Now I'm going with my liners and I'm getting behind the ears. And I'm getting them lines straight as possible. And I'm making sure I'm not pressing too hard. And I'm making sure I'm watching myself. I'm just staying along that line and scraping down. And a rookie mistake I started to make when I first started cutting hair, I never would get behind the ear. So don't forget to get behind the ear. It's crucial. The little stuff matters. No, my client wanted his baby hairs to be laid down, and he just basically wanted a front taper, but I'm not gonna give him no front taper or do him. I'm gonna make sure like I'm doing this the right way. So I'm gonna go in my half guard and I'm gonna knock down some of this, and you're gonna see the final result is crispy. And when I do my lining, I said it in previous videos, I make sure I start at the middle of the head and I go to one side and then the other, but I don't just start on left or right and then just meet in the middle. No, you never want to do that. Me personally, I start at the middle of the head and I go to one side and I'm basically scraping down, but I'm not pushing back. You know me, I don't push nobody back. So here y'all boys go. This is the final results. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.